I'm Blane Wood. I've been training American quarter horses, racing quarter horses, since probably I was 17, 18 years old. It's a family organization that started way back in the 60s. My dad was a trainer. Our biggest accomplishments, obviously, is to win the world's richest horse race. And our family's done it 3 times. To win that race, you got to have the highest quality of equine athletes that there is. And we've been fortunate enough to have the clientele and the finances, if you will, to try to get most of those. We was world champion trainer in 18. I guess that was one of our greatest accomplishments, because that's, the best there is. But our mainest goal is to try to win the All-American, the world's richest horse race. That's our goal every single year. The reason I'm talking to you is because of the quality of feed, and that makes a big difference. The quality of the intake these horses have. And, we need to feed them the best quality that we can find. And a lot of the day-to-day input, it's a 7-day-a-week job. These horses, there's something going on with these horses every single day to prepare them for these big races. And they don't know that it's Christmas, or they don't know it's your birthday, or it's your wife's anniversary, or whatever. They have to be tended to. And basically here, we call it boot camp. And if they get past this, then usually they go to bigger and better stages. But it all starts with their feed. And if you don't have quality feed and hay, obviously, that's where it starts. We feed most of the horses the same ration. We have a sweet feed, then we have oats, the ultimate growth, or special feeds for the different stages that the horses are in. We feed alfalfa. I think that the alfalfa that hurts a horse is what he don't get. So I'm a big alfalfa person, very big. It's an energy, it's a lot, and they eat it. They'll eat alfalfa when they won't even eat grain. Even if a horse is not feeling well, has a temperature, even if they have some kind of ailment, they usually will eat alfalfa. And if a horse is not eating quality alfalfa, then something is bad wrong. You better get you some attention to that horse. We feed alfalfa here twice a day, what we call a flake or block. And if there's no alfalfa in that stall, we'll usually throw some in there we want them to have something to nibble on. And because they're under a lot of stress, they're under a lot of work. And I think keeping that belly full and keeping them horses content, and you got a happy horse, usually you got a fast horse. I met the Colemans, well, really Randy, when we was going to college. And we went to college together, and we just kind of hit it off. They're good people. They really take care of their horses. They're great horse people. Sandy's one of the best horsewoman that I've ever met. She's very cautious. She's very observative, conscientious, and she really knows what she's talking about when it comes to a horse. And so when you deal with them, you're dealing with first-class people.
I was always raised that you get out of a horse what you put in a horse. You've got to stay with really high-quality feeds. You've got to be consistent with them. You've got to train them consistently. You can't expect a horse to perform at 100% if you don't give them the ability to perform at 100%, and that starts with feed. Because a horse can't feed themselves. They can't tell you what's wrong. You have to learn all of those things. Blane Wood is buying steamed hay, and he breaks anywhere from 80 to 100 to 110 horses a year to go to the track. So he's buying the 4/6s, they're buying hay. We've got some people here that actually buy a few bales from us because of the quality. It's a science these days. It really is. It's a combination of good grain, good hay, to get the ultimate growth out of these babies.
We had a discussion where I was buying hay just from the feed stores, basically. And then I started buying it from some growers in this area, and we couldn't get the same kind of quality every time. And I said, we're discussing it because we have a lot of the Coleman's horses, and I said, I've got to get somebody that has quality hay and has plenty of it. Because we're feeding 100 horses here. We have 100 head. So we go through lots of hay. 20, 30 bales is about what we feed a day. So I wanted a supplier, not just that had alfalfa, but that had quality alfalfa. Randy's got a hold of the Deckers in Colorado, and I forget how long we've been dealing with them, but just great people. They deliver the hay to us. Randy and them unload it for us with their equipment, the Colemans, and it's you won't get better hay anywhere in the nation. The steamed hay it's just amazing. It's very clean. It don't tear up the leaf on the hay. A lot of the hay that you can buy, if you're not careful in this area, it's just stems. There's no leaf to it. And I think the steamed hay, I think it pretty much saves the leaf on that, and then it's clean. There's not a lot of dust to it. And the horses love it. It's got a fresh smell too. It's got a different smell than non-steamed hay. Instead of eating stems, they're eating leaf. And that's where all the protein, all your energy, everything that you need out of alfalfa comes from that leaf. We feed it year-round. We even have it shipped into some of the racetracks. We take it, they bring it here, and we'll ship it to the racetracks where we're at. And the Deckers, they keep us, but they make sure we got hay. And that's a big deal as well. We can get hay in there's lots of different outlets to get alfalfa, especially when your organization has 100 head. You can find the people that want to sell you hay. That's not a problem, but the problem is quality steamed hay. We don't want anything but steamed hay. Clean feed. That clean is to me is the best adjective when you go to talking about any kind of feed, whether it's hay, alfalfa, sweet, any kind of feed. When it's clean, that's what I like. I don't like dust. I don't like anything but what they're supposed to have in their bodies. And it's steamed, that controls it. I promote several products. I would promote steamed hay. Now, I have another product that I'll promote is called Say Whoa. It's a colic medicine. We train for some of the biggest, one of the biggest cattle feeders, 2 of them in the nation, and they noticed it. And the cattle feeders are big nutritionists. But yeah, they've commented on this. This hay is very clean. Where'd you get this? A lot of leaf to this hay. Steamed hay. Yeah, they'll eat it. They'll eat the strings on it if you don't get the strings out of the way. It's like eating a steak to them. They love it. It makes me want to eat it. It's really, really good hay. But if them horses don't do good, you don't do good. So it starts right there with your steamed hay. They got to have the best, and that's the best.